Hey guys, it's me, Courtney. You may hear my feeding poem in the background, but today I'm going to do the Christian YouTubers tag, a couple Christian YouTuber tags. But I'm actually not meaning I'm going to do a couple. I'm going to do one in each video. But today the Christian YouTube, this kind of tag that I discovered is the Christian Girl tag. So I'm going to do it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So here we go. I'm going to do a different series. Like, there's multiple Christian tags, but I'm going to do them in separate videos, so that way it doesn't get confusing. How long have you been saved, and when did you become saved? I feel like in some ways I've always been saved. Just because, I don't know, I just feel like I've always been saved. But in the last year and a half, I felt like that God, in the last few years, I felt like I've tried to have a relationship with God. So, yes, that's basically what it is. So, yes, I've always felt like I've been saved, but I feel like in the last year and a half to 2 years, listening to Christian music, listening to God's Word, reading Christian fiction, that I've really started to have a relationship with God. What's your favorite Bible verse and what does it mean to you? My favorite Bible verse is cast your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. Peter 1:5-7. The reason I love that verse is because I struggle with many forms of anxiety. And I have ADHD and anxiety and not so much depression, but more anxiety. And I struggle with that on a daily basis, hourly basis, sometimes minute basis. And I feel like what this verse means to me is that no matter this, even if this little minuscule thing that's causing me anxiety, same for anybody else that has anxiety, that God cares. Even if it's something really minuscule in your eyes, or if it's something like not compared, like you're like, I shouldn't have anxiety over this, like I could be, God cares, even if it's a little minuscule thing of anxiety, even if it's a little, even if it's a thing that just seems big in your mind, or that seems, even if it could be this little minuscule thing that could not be so important to other people, God cares. So, cast your anxiety on the Lord. Okay. Next question is, what's your favorite Christian song and why? I've been itching to answer this question when I saw this tag because I love Christian music, as you guys know. That's kind of what got me started on the whole, I'm freaking country. I'm starting to listen to Jason Gray. Oh, freaking country. Tyler, the Rep Band. I can't think of the guys. Why am I like blank now? Freaking country. I've been listening to Building 429. Francesco Battistelli. Point of Grace. I discovered them. They're really good. But freaking country, Casting Crowns, all that kind of jazz. Lauren Daigle. I love Lauren Daigle. And since I've been listening to Christian music, but that's pretty much all I have to say. But, in that regard. But, my favorite Christian song out of all, I have to say, like, that could change, but right now, for the last month or two, it's been Plum. It's been Need You Now by Plum. And, or how many times, Need You Now how many times, in parentheses. That song, I love it, because I felt like I couldn't find a song that was like, I don't know. Plum wrote this, I actually was reading it, I actually had a devotional, and it featured this song, how many times, and Plum actually, or Tiffany Lee is her name, I didn't know her name until like a week ago, that her actual name was Tiffany Lee, and not, like, I didn't know I knew her name was Plum, like her stage name, but, she just said she wrote that song at a time of anxiety, and I think that's perfect, because, I don't know, I felt like that's what that song was about. I felt like that no matter how many times, I felt like I've done that a lot. Like, certain things have happened in my life, or certain situations, or certain things will repeat themselves, and I'll be like, God, how many times have I told you to just help me with this situation and take it away? So I felt like that was the perfect song for me, and that's the perfect song I listened to, and I listened to that song and I just belt out, and I go crazy because I love that song, and it's just something that I've so many times have asked God, well, why haven't you taken this certain thing away? and I've tried to understand, make peace about a lot of situations and a lot of things, because I've got a lot of things and a lot of situations in my life that I've kind of had to look from a godly aspect, or otherwise I would have gone crazy. But yeah, I felt like that was a perfect song for me, because I think it's something we do as humans. If we have like a deja vu about a situation, we're just like, how many times, I've told you how many times, God, could you please help me with this? So I love that song. So it's Plum, I Need You Now. It's my favorite Christian song. What's your favorite Christian book? My favorite Christian book is probably, hands down, The Chance by Karen Kingsbury. I love that story. It was a dream husband. I've read a lot of her books, and I love a lot of her books, but The Chance was the first book of hers that I'd read, and The Chance is a book I'm playing on my cross necklaces. The Chance is a book that I had went back and looked multiple times, and I'm like, I think I like that. And so I decided to read it one day, and I read it in a matter of maybe a week or so, and it was a wonderful book, and a wonderful, like, it dealt with hardships. It dealt hardships. It dealt with hardships, and it's dealt with a lot of other things, but it wasn't sugar-coated. It didn't have anything. It wasn't too Christian-y. It was just like the perfect, like, these people have gone through many trials and many hardships, and something that these characters in this book went through something that couldn't be undone unless it was for God. If they had God with them. So I love the whole love story, the whole faithfulness, this male character being faithful to, even though they were not dating, that the lead male character was being so faithful to his childhood friend, that he hadn't seen in 11 years. So it was a very great book, and I would love to have a guy like Nolan. He is a very fictional guy, so read The Chance if you have a chance. It's really good. So it's The Chance. What's your favorite thing about church? I don't go to church that often. I hate to say that, but when I do go, I love the fellowship. I love the friendship. And most of all, I love to play with the little kids that are at the church. I love to play with the babies, and I love to see the babies are growing up. I have this friend that her mom has been at the church for many years, and I've known her, and she has 2 kids now, and she just had a little girl back in March or April, and so I went to the fall festival this year, and it was just so good to see her little girl and get to play with her, because I've been seeing pictures on Facebook of her, and I'm like, when am I going to get to meet her? Like, I did not get to meet her son for the first 2 years of his life, except I saw pictures on Facebook, so it was really cool. If you could meet Jesus right now, what would be your first question action be? I hate to say this, but I would probably ask God, not saying ask God, but I would probably ask God a lot of questions, but first thing I would do is hug him, and then I would ask him some questions. So, I know you're not supposed to question God here on earth, but like, I don't know if you can question him when you get to heaven. I don't know, but my mom always jokes that when she dies, she wants me to write down a list of questions and put them in her pocket, because she'll forget them by the time she gets to heaven. So that's what she always says. But, yeah, I think I would first hug God, thank him for allowing me to have a wonderful life and being there for me. And second of all, I would ask him questions. Yes, I would. I would ask him questions, and I would hug him. I would hug him first, and then I would ask him questions. So, yeah. Oddest place that you've ever prayed. I pray in the bathroom all the time. I think I read that somewhere where somebody prayed in the bathroom, but I pray in the bathroom all the time. I feel like it's very, you can close the door, and there's one window, so there's not much light, so it's like you and God. I don't know. I love to pray in the bathroom, and I love to pray outside, which praying outside is not that odd, but praying in the bathroom is. So I have to say, oddest place I've ever prayed is the bathroom. Are you ready if Jesus were to come tomorrow? I hope I get more than tomorrow, but if Jesus were to come tomorrow, yeah, I'd say I'd be ready for it, but I hope that he doesn't come for a while, because I'd like to live my life here on earth for a little bit longer, but yes, if he would come tomorrow, I would be fine with that, and yes, and I'm looking forward to the whole, I want to understand the aspect of, I understand that you get to heaven, but I don't understand, like, the eternity part of it, that I would like to see a little bit more, but yes, I would love for God to, I would love for, meet Jesus, tomorrow, if possible, but, like I said, I'd like a little bit more time, but, yes, if Jesus were to come tomorrow, I think I would be ready. Number 9, last question, how do you openly share your faith? I think I openly share my faith. I've just started to, but I openly share my faith by sharing Christian songs, by sharing Christian books and talking about good Christian books, and by sharing good, like, wholesome TV shows and stuff like that. I felt like last year I really made my channel, like, really Christian and trying to help other people, and so, yeah. And I like to close the Christian video out by saying, you matter. You matter to God, no matter what you're going through. So, you matter. So that is the question tag. And like I said, the last question was, how do you only share your faith? And like I said, Christian music and wholesome TV shows and stuff. So, yeah. My hair. So anyway, and I'm wearing this follower shirt. How poetic. And what does it say? The verse is, come follow me, Jesus, and I will send you out to the fish for people at once they left their nets and followed him. So, this is my shirt. So, I got this last year for Christmas. Anyway, it was actually from a church. Anyway, so, bye for now, guys, and no matter what you're going through, you matter to God.